We recently did a podcast with Major Desai, who's a military veteran. Part of that podcast was snippeted, and
Right.
I'd put it up on my Instagram.
Right.
It was a part where we were directly calling out the Pakistani military and the ISI for their role in the Pahalgam terror attack. What kind of broke my heart a little bit was that as an Indian content creator, yes, you had some Indians supporting that clip, but you had a majority of a lot of educated Pakistanis kind of being against that clip, saying, hey, where's the proof that the ISI or the Pakistani military was even responsible for the Pahalgam attack? But I genuinely believe that the Pakistani military and the ISI are ruining the lives of people on both sides of the border, creating chaos on our side and ruining the country in terms of administration on the other side. My question to you, sir, as one of the most iconic leaders of our Indian military, what is the proof that the Pakistani military and the ISI play a role in this?
Right. Firstly, as of today, there are only about 120 residual militants left in J&K. And out of these 120 terrorists left in J&K, the bulk of them are foreign terrorists. When we say we classify terrorists as foreign terrorists and local terrorists. Local terrorists are those local Kashmiri boys. In fact, in this attack at Pahalgam, it has been proven. Now the NIA has been 1 week already, and NIA has conducted, the National Investigation Agency has conducted the preliminary investigation already. 2 are the local boys. 2 of them are local boys, and rest are Pakistani terrorists. And not only that, this morning news has it that one of them is a ex-army special forces guy.
From the
Pakistan
military?
Army. His name that has come out in the newspapers, I was reading this morning, is Hashim Musa. And the news article that I've read in Times of India says that he has been loaned to the terrorist organization. And in the past also, we have, in my experience, we have come across such people who are either too radicalized and they want to do something and they want to come across. So there have been cases where people come across. We've had a lot of such cases in the early 90s. So it's clearly established that this is not only it is Pakistani terrorists. I'll just finish by giving you a very important piece of information. Any such high-profile operations, I say this as a military man, any high-profile operations like this are always cleared at the highest level. So link it with the speech that Pakistan Army Chief gave 3 or 4 days before this Pahalgam incident took place. And I'm sure everyone has heard that speech, how he speaks about Hindu, Muslim and being different and how their nation was formed. So clearly, this has been cleared at the highest level. And not only that they are Pakistani involvement, it has actually been cleared at the highest level from their side.
Yeah. The context here is he basically said that, hey, it's good that we separated out. It's good that our grandparents separated out
Yes.
because Hindus and Muslims can't coexist, which is a lie, according to me. According to many, many Indians. Because we've seen a flourishing society filled with all religions. And here you have leaders of the Pakistani military actually using religion as a tool to influence uneducated youth as well.
Absolutely. We can live in amity with each other as our Muslim population is more than the population of Pakistan. So we understand what we're talking about.
Yeah. I would love for you to give some military context on what transpired on that day. And if you could shed some light on the response that's being orchestrated, that would also be helpful.
Sadly, Ranveer, yes, we have to confront this issue. First of all, what happened? Just for everyone's sort of understanding. Pahalgam, like Gulmarg, is one of the major tourist attractions in Kashmir Valley. It has a couple of very beautiful valleys. Tourists throng to Pahalgam. In Pahalgam, there is the Pahalgam town. There are some Lidder River that is flowing by. There are a couple of beautiful valleys. There are several good treks to go to. Now, Baisran Valley Biceland Meadow. It's a beautiful bowl. You have to drive for about 10 minutes on vehicle, and from there you have to trek up. You have to walk up or take a pony if you can't walk. Another 30 minutes of walk will get you to this meadow, which is a very favorite place of trekkers. Then there are trekkers who actually walk further across, or in that meadow, there are many touristy activities. The whole families can participate in. There are some nice amusement things. There are restaurants that spring up for few months. There is a zip line and those kind of adventure activities, pony rides and things like that. People have a good time there and come back. On 22nd of April, as crowds thronged to that place, there were these 5 or 6 terrorists who came and opened fire. Not only did they open fire and kill tourists, they actually identified and segregated Hindu males. They did not kill the females. They killed Hindu males. They segregated them by their things that they wore. They actually asked them to recite a Quranic verse, Kalma Pado, and then they killed the males and told the ladies, their wives, their mothers, their daughters, go and tell Modi. It was done with that kind of malevolence. Well, by the time security forces reacted, it obviously took some time, and the terrorists then melted away.
Sorry, sir. I don't think many human beings in our country understand terrorists the way you do because of your tenure in the Indian military. What was the mindset here? One layer deeper.
So, like I said to you once earlier, such operations, such high-profile operations, are cleared at the highest level by their handlers. Their handlers are across the border.
And the handlers are working with the ISI?
The handlers are ISI.
The handlers are the ISI?
ISI.
What is the ISI?
ISI is the intelligence service of the Pakistan Army.
Okay. So the Pakistan military is involved in this terror attack?
So Pakistan military is the one that is controlling their country. As it's well known that every country has an army, but it's Pakistan army that has a country. As is often said, yes, Pakistan military is involved.
Within the modern history of Pakistan, the military is the administration as well, is the government.
More than around half the time of the 70 years that they've been in existence, it has been the case. Overtly, the Pakistan military chiefs have been the rulers. And the other half, when they have a political leadership, it is the army that calls the shot from behind the scenes.
Okay. Puppet leaders.
Right.
Okay. Now coming back.
So it is hard to believe that they did not realize that it will invoke the wrath of the Indian government, the Indian people. There will be a very telling and a significant response from India. But I suspect they took a leaf out of Hamas's playbook. Why did they do that? You remember the Hamas attack of 7th October on the Nova music site. The carnage that they reaped on tourists and people who were enjoying a music party, a music fest on Israeli invitation. I have been there a couple of months there and I've seen what they've done over there. Hamas very well knew that the Israel response will be swift, will be brutal. But why did they do it? They did it because Israel and Middle Eastern countries were on the path of rapprochement. Abraham Accords were signed and Hamas feared that their issue will be marginalized. And they wanted to gain the global focus, put the global spotlight on themselves again. Coming back to this. Over the last 5 years, we've discussed how the state has been thriving, tourism has been increasing, commercial development has been taking place. People are moving towards normalcy, happy with the orderliness of their lives. Thus, Pakistan started feeling a diminished relevance in the affairs of Kashmir. That they could not stomach. That was not acceptable to them. And that is why, while 2 or 3 months ago, they started fomenting trouble in south of Irpanjal, you saw there were few encounters, terrorist encounters, killings here and there. But they realized they have to do something spectacular in Kashmir Valley, in the heartland. And they did this to get as if Pakistan wanted to be in the center stage again. And then there is another theory. The theory that the Pakistan Army Chief, General Asim Munir, he also wanted to establish in his own polity, in his own dispensation, a place for himself. There are rumblings, the political instability that continues between parties. The most popular leader, Imran Khan, is in jail, is in prison. And so he wants to also consolidate his position. And then that is why such horrific attack was perpetrated.
So for his own political ambition, he decided to take the lives of innocents?
So I'm saying it is a combination of everything. Getting Pakistan to be more relevant in Kashmir, having his own position, to consolidate his own position. There are talks that even that if when the situation goes out of hand and between India and Pakistan, he might create a coup and seize power. So now there are rumblings within Pakistan to also what is happening in Pakistan. The Baloch rebels and the Pashtun rebels are creating so much of a nuisance for the Pakistan military. They also want to divert the domestic attention towards such issues. And Kashmir always has been the glue that binds Pakistan. Even a child is taught the slogan of Kashmir Banega Pakistan. That means Kashmir will one day be our territory. And children, when they don't even know where Kashmir is, they shout that slogan. So, that is the kind of dynamics that is at play.
It's a lot of social engineering as well.
Oh, yes.
And I know for a fact that India's painted as a supervillain in the hearts of many uneducated Pakistanis.
Yes. A lot of Pakistan media today is the way you're saying. The social media today is the way you're saying. But also, there are several sane voices coming out, especially in the last 1 week, that this act has been inhuman, that this will push the country, Pakistan that is, into an abyss. This has made Pakistan an international pariah. So those voices are also coming out.